Hey guys, welcome back to the Phantoms Fanatic YouTube channel. I'm here with another review, and I know I'm a bit late on this one, but I just recently saw this. I'm reviewing Creulla, released in 2021. Sorry, COVID has messed up my ears. Directed by Craig Gillespie, starring Emma Stone, Mark Strachan, Emma Thompson. And the plot of this movie is that it follows the upbringing and kind of creation of one of Disney's most famous villains, Cruella de Vil. And first of all, my opinions on this movie, I had a lot of fun with it. It's one of the better live-action remakes. This is kind of a Maleficent situation, but this movie's a lot better than Maleficent. Because I think the reason why this movie works so well is because Emma Stone is amazing at playing Cruella de Vil, and they don't try to make her seem like a good person. She even, explains, I tried to be a good person, but I simply can't, and I like that. It's not a Maleficent situation where she's the good guy, no. I like that they made it so that she is kind of evil and crazy, which really helps me enjoy this movie. It is very stylized. Craig Gillespie, or however you pronounce his name, did an amazing job directing this movie, because there's just, sequences that work very well, especially with such a good music choice, and I found this movie to be insanely entertaining, and even the story, I would say, for the first well, it's just the last third I have problems with the story, which I'll get into, but I think all the actors are doing an amazing job in this. Emma Thompson plays the Baroness with such a, craziness to her that it's hilarious in some scenes, because she literally, pushes somebody off the edge, and she's like, she jumped, you all saw that? She jumped, and I just started laughing, because, I don't know, that was just really funny to me. And, seeing all these, cool montages of the heist sequences and stuff like that she does with Jasper and Horace, I think really work well. Even their relationships work well for me, because as she develops more into Creulla, Jasper, and I don't remember who's who, I think it's Jasper's I don't like this, I like Estella, and, I found that interesting, and it shows that, she is evil still. She's not a good person. She has craziness in her. And I think that is so well done. And the way that, her character develops into more crazy antics and trying to mess over the Baroness's, dressmaking company is also amazing, with all these, visual fucking spectacle things that happen as she's, unveiling her different dresses and stuff. I thought it was pretty damn well done. Now, the problem that I have with this movie is the story in the last half. Because in the first act, she's acting pretty normal. Then she turns into Creulla, which is probably my favorite part of this movie, is when we get this montage of her being Creulla and just being crazy and stuff like that. But then, when we get to the third act, I was like, movie, you didn't need this. Because there's this twist that happens that I'm like, no, you didn't need this. You didn't. But, because it kind of explains her craziness, Cruella's craziness, and I don't think it's needed. And the motivations are just flashy, and I feel like they could have cut out that third act and written it so the movie was shorter. I was fine with that the end of the second act being the end of the movie, because it's a 2-hour movie. I don't think you need to be 2 hour and 15 minutes long movie. You could have cut that last act done and been a lot better. This movie, I will say, is enjoyable. It's one of the better Disney live-action remakes due to the actors and due to the director and due to the writing up until the third act, and one part that I just always like about this movie is that it knows that it's Cruella de Vil, a crazy, evil psychopath who wanted to turn puppies into coats, and I wouldn't say it kind of makes you feel for her you kind of feel for her, but at the same time, you're like, I don't know. You're riding that line of morality, which I think is a tiny problem with this, but I didn't go into this expecting to be, like, blown away by its story. The story was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, and the movie itself is just very entertaining, is the thing, because it has such great musical choices. Emma Stone is just putting a bunch of wild craziness into this performance, which she's amazing. So is Emma Thompson. And, like, even some of the comedy parts I laughed at because they were legitimately funny, and that's well writing there. It's just that the last third I thought you could cut down, because this whole, like, plot contrivance at the end where this twist comes up, I'm like, you didn't need to have this movie. And then there's, like, little bits where she got the name DeVille, and I'm like, okay, you can... But I honestly think that this is one of the better live-action remakes. For the first, like... For a majority of the movie, it's a very entertaining, very funny watch. Just enjoying these characters and actors do all these fun things. It's kind of like a heist movie at sometimes. It's just a very enjoyable movie. I definitely recommend this one. It's one of the better live-action remakes. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe down below. Please tell me what you think of this movie, and I'll see you next time.